Welcome Dr. Anand Srivatsava for this podcast. This is a kind of a podcast where I try to demystify the actual work which has to go through in order to get you the proper solution in this world of regenerative medicine. It's not about regenerative medicine or else it being the hyper and hope. It's all about that technology that is evolving day by day. It's very difficult to track this technology because every day when this technology is growing, some or the other problem statements comes up and says the cons of it also. So now here I am with Dr. Anand Srivatsava demystifying what this complete technology is all about. Thank you, sir.
Welcome. Thank you very much.
Yes, you know, I have been studying about stem cells for quite a while now. Not to an extent where I have a degree. I'm an ECE student, but at the end of the day, I just do it for my hobby. All these problem statements of genomics, proteinomics, and some problem statements in bioinformatics. But I want your insights on this complete technology. What do you feel about it? Is it an hype or an hope about
Uh,
it giving a solution to the people who are suffering from any sort of ailments today?
when you say any sort of element, the answer is certainly no, because everything has its own limitations, and so certainly, but most of the degenerative diseases or metabolic diseases may be managed using this regenerative medicine. And I will tell you once we'll go ahead in our talk what are the regenerative medicine and what are the degenerative diseases and where we stand in the field of medical science, particularly when we are facing the pandemic COVID also. So a lot of interesting things going on in the field of regenerative medicine around the world. So please go ahead and ask your if you have
Yes,
any
yes, sir.
specific.
How is this technology an influential one today when it comes to it being the one monopoly of solving that problem statement or anything which is related to regenerative medicine? It can
Okay.
be stem cells or VCS stem cells or anything.
Okay. So Vishwas, if I'm right, uh, I can say you Vishwas.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So first we have to understand what is the regenerative medicine, because people may not be knowing. It's a very vast name. And then second, we have to understand what are the stem cells. So before going too much detail about the regenerative medicine and stem cells, how this entire field started, that is the one of the most important question. So stem cell, we heard a lot, we hear a lot everywhere about stem cell. Stem cell is the master cell of the body. When I say the master cell of the body, it means entire body, each and every single organ of the body is made of stem cell, because body is the combination of the different organs. So it means each and every single organ is made of stem cell. So the point comes here, when each and every single organ is made of stem cell. So is it possible to really repair or treat organ diseases when the organ is damaged or organ is losing the function, because the organs are made of stem cell? So is it possible to really manage these organs using stem cell or not? That is the question. That is the first question came. And when I'm talking, of course, the stem cell science is quite old, like 30, 40 years old. And when we talk about like bone marrow transplant and for the blood related diseases like leukemia, blood cancer, and like thalassemia, sickle cell anemia. I don't know how much you know about thalassemia and sickle
Yeah.
cell anemia. Uh, so thalassemia and sickle cell anemia is blood related genetic disease in which what happens, the globin gene is defected, Globin gene is the gene which is associated with your red blood cell, which helps in the carrying the oxygen. So important is that when it is defected, the kid or the person who is having this kind of disease may not utilize the oxygen very well. So, and there is no treatment at this time point. So if I go like 35 year old, around 35 years back, then the bone marrow transplant is one of the option where you change the defective bone marrow, because bone marrow is the site of this globin gene and hematopoiesis, which is again a technical word, the blood formation, you can say. The bone marrow is the place where blood get formed. So you go and change the new bone marrow with the defective bone marrow. So you get it corrected. So that's the called bone marrow transplant. So there's like 35, 40-year-old technology, but it was very much restricted to blood. Now, what happened in, I will say around 90s, and because I think you are the student of bioinformatics and you have a lot of interest in the bioinformatics as well. So you may be knowing about Human Genome Program, which started in 90s. So the entire aim of the Human Genome Program was to sequence the human gene and know the correct sequence of the human gene. So once you know the correct sequence of the human gene, you can change the defective gene with this correct gene, and you may cure any kind of genetic or metabolic disease, because most of the genetic and metabolic diseases are associated with some kind of genes. Okay. Now again, the question, and I'm using a term several times, metabolic disease. Okay. So there are two kinds of diseases any human may suffer in entire life. Okay. One is once the disease coming from outside, infection, like bacteria, like COVID-19 virus, like viruses, like HIV/AIDS, flu, you know name, hepatitis C and all these things. These are the viruses, and this is foreign infection. Because of that, a human is going to have the disease. Another kind of disease coming from microorganism, like amoeba and all this thing, amoebic dysentery,
Yep.
that your stomach gets upset on all these things. So this is also the foreign infection to your body. Okay. So for these kind of diseases, you have the medicine like antibiotics. Even for the COVID-19 now, you are developing the vaccine. So basically you may treat these diseases once. So another kind of diseases which is not the result of any kind of foreign infection. Your body has some problem by itself. Okay, malfunction of the body, you can say. Like your computer get malfunction. Okay, same kind of your body get malfunction. Like your liver is not working properly, your brain is not working, maybe for losing the function. Your heart may be having some problem. Your insulin is not getting formed properly. You are getting cholesterol, or you are getting Alzheimer, Parkinson's. You are unable to breathe properly, or so lung kind of disease. So there's no infection from outside. Body itself has some kind of malfunction. These are the, like cancer also. So these are the diseases comes under the metabolic diseases, which is not because of any foreign infection, but just something happens and some malfunction. So 70% of the human disease are in, or these 70% of the human disease comes inside the metabolic diseases. So these metabolic diseases may be two kind. Okay, either your body, most of the time your body will lose the function with the aging, or maybe some other reason, your lifestyle and all these things. Like with diabetes, I told, like hyper blood pressure, cholesterol, there are a lot of things. Okay, you are losing eyesight, whatever. Okay, so losing the function, And another is your any organ is going to be overactive, like hyperthyroid. Your thyroid gland is hyperactive now, suppose. Your any organ start multiplying fast. That is cancer. Okay. So these are the two kind of metabolic diseases. Either your organ is losing function or your organ is overactive. So in both the cases, the 90s scientists thought if I know the correct human genome sequence, I can go and change the sequence of the insulin gene with the correct gene. So I can cure a person who is having diabetes or cholesterol problem or Alzheimer problem or brain degeneration or something, okay? So because you are going to change and thinking to change the gene, the term came gene therapy. Okay, so when you change the correct gene with defective gene, it is called gene therapy. But it's very complex. And I was working on the gene therapy. I got my education at Banaras Hindu University, and from there I was awarded by Prime Minister of Japan under Science and Technology Agency Japan. I was invited there under international award for 2 times continuously, from 97 to 98 and 98 to 2000, 2 times. So there I was working on the gene therapy, and I was trying to change the diabetic gene or pancreatic gene with the correct gene, which I showed in 1999 and 2000 first time. The point is that it is very difficult. Okay, so and when I in 2000 I was invited by UC University of California San Diego Medical School, and I got several places, but I choose to work at University of California San Diego Medical School. There I was working, and my job was to develop gene therapy for this blood related disease or several other diseases, which I again showed that yes, you can, it is possible to really target the specific gene, and you may change the specific gene using the correct gene. But I realized very soon that it's very difficult. It's not so easy. And second, whenever you develop any technology, you really want to treat the mass. Okay, that's the value of the technology. If you cannot go to the masses, that technology doesn't mean anything, because you want to treat a lot of people. Okay, so and gene therapy is very difficult. You need infrastructure. You need to train the MDs. Okay, and they need to come in the lab for 2 years minimum to understand what is the gene therapy. So it's very difficult. Then I was thinking what to do, because there are a lot of genetic disease and metabolic diseases, which is, as I told you, even 70% of entire diseases belongs to the metabolic diseases. So how to really manage that? And then because I was working on the developmental biology, so I was thinking and knowing there is stem cells, which is specific, and entire body is made of stem cells. So I thought, is it possible really to manage or bring the stem cell in the lab? Okay, and then I'm talking 2000, 20 years back. Okay, so I brought the stem cell in the lab, and I started that time. It was not well known how to really culture the stem cell or manage the stem cell in the lab, and what kind of environment you need to make those stem cell live in the lab. So I started doing, and I showed first time in 2003. Thus, yes, it can be cultured very well. Of course, culture is one thing, but the most important thing which I showed in 2003 is nobody was knowing if you inject the stem cell in the body, is it really going to participate in development of the organ or managing the organ or not? Because your entire focus is that whatever stem cell you are injecting in the body, if it is not going to survive in the body, and if it is not going to correct those problems, or if it is not going to integrate with these different organs, your job is not, you are not achieving your aim basically. So because I developed a model that is called in utero model, where you can inject anything when the baby is developing inside the mother womb. So that is called in utero therapy. So I developed in utero gene therapy because I was trying to change gene of developing baby. So I used the same model and I injected the stem cell in the developing baby to see if this stem cell is going to survive or not. If surviving, then multiplying or not. If multiplying, it is going to integrate with the organs or not. So 2-3 question I asked, and I showed in 2003, yes, when you inject the stem cell in developing baby, it survives, multiply, and that integrates with the different organ and participate in the development of different organs. So that's opened the new kind of idea and system of the stem cell science. And I'm talking 17 years back, okay, 2003. Then, so that's the start of the stem cell science at my site. So after that, I wanted to know several things that, okay, in 2005-06, we were studying the medical school. If the brain or neural system is injured or damaged, like paralysis and all these things, you cannot repair the damaged brain. So I wanted to know whether I can repair this damaged brain or not. Then, as I told, I was interested in blood-related diseases. And I wanted to correct these blood-related diseases. So I just trying to make, I thought, is it possible to make the blood from the stem cell or not? And then there are several diseases. So go ahead and ask your next question, because I can give lecture 1 hour continuously.
No, you can continue. You can continue with that one, because yes, it's been a long journey for, like, it's been hours and hours of work of lot and lot of scientists who actually gave that influential move for this technology. So it was very nice to hear from you, sir, that how this technology was influential just by that one single experiment of trying to demystify what are the potential of the stem cell from you giving the uterine genetic therapy. Yes, that was actually amazing. I just wanted to ask you this one question: how difficult is it to engineering a solution in this problem statement? Let it be regenerative medicine, or let it be anything related to genes. How difficult is it to engineering a solution in this problem statements?
This is good question. So let me come on the point, which I was. I told, like, 2003, when I myself was not knowing if you inject the stem cell in the body, what is going to happen. Okay, so that was very exciting to me. Then the biggest question was that, as I told, the brain. Okay, because if the brain is damaged, and we were studying in the medical school that the brain is damaged, you cannot repair, there's no way. So I thought, let's see if it is possible to really differentiate these stem cells into the neural cells or not. Neurons, brains are neurons. Okay, so in the lab, I started giving a specific signal to these stem cells, and let's see if it is going to neurons or not. So I see, yes, it's going to change into the neurons. And then I thought, okay, is it going to repair the damaged brain or not? So I showed first time to the world, and I designed because your question is how difficult or how easy. Okay, so important is not difficult and easy. Important is that how logical you are. And then second point is, which I always think it is very important for each and every single students or young people like you, that you should not get influenced by anybody, basically, who is doing so complex and trying to create a web of complexity and show, oh, it is so complex. Okay, you cannot, nobody can do except me. It's so complex. That is some kind of, I'm not telling everybody has this kind of attitude, but most of the time I see the mentors and the people who might have achieved something, I'm not trying to blame or say anything uh, unnecessary or which is not correct, basically. But point is that I do not want to create the complexities unnecessary. Okay, because because there is two things: what is complex and what is simple. Okay, what is the complex and what is the simple? If you know something, it is simple. If you do not know something, it is complex. Okay, so how you put something in front of your student as a teacher or as a mentor, that is most important thing. Okay, if you want to, because young people, like young students, are like a plain paper. Okay, if you want to write very complex design unnecessary on that paper, yes, you can write it, because that particular young person who is very young and enthusiastic and 100% trust his mentor or guru, you can say, he does not know what is this. Whatever the teacher or guru or mentor tells, he thinks this is what it is. If he tells it is very complex, he immediately sets his student brain, before even jumping in that field, oh no, this is complex. And that is the worst thing. And I say every single mentor and teacher and gurus, please do not do this. Okay, if you know something, it is simple. Anything is only complex when you don't know. So if any mentor or teacher is telling it is complex, it means he himself is not knowing. That's why it is complex. So saying that, like as I told, that nobody was knowing that this brain can be repaired or not. So it is very complex. But the point is that how to ask a logical question. As I told that, yes, I cultured the stem cell in the lab, but I was not knowing that because the aim is that it must go inside body and do something inside body. And fortunately, I was having and developed a model, that is in utero gene therapy model, where you want to correct the genetic diseases of a developing baby. So that model itself is a complex model, because you are going to manage the developing baby inside the mother womb. So it's very complex. You're touching a embryo basically inside mother, okay? And you do not want to do anything bad to that embryo. It's very complex management. But saying, yes, it is complex, but if you know how to do it, is not complex. That's all it is, okay? So I asked this question, that if I inject the stem cell, it is going to survive or not? Survive, then multiplying or not? Or multiplying, then integrating with the organoids or not? 3 questions. Same way I asked, if I am going to inject a stem cell in the damaged brain, that particular stem cell is going to survive in the brain or not? Surviving, then multiplying or not? And multiplying, then is it going to go up to that place where this brain is damaged and try to repair that or not? That's 3 questions. And that can happen anything. It may repair, it may not repair, okay? That will come after your experiment and results. But the question is simple. So I did it, and I showed that yes, it can be, when you inject the stem cell, it can go survive, multiply, and try to repair the damaged brain. And that was the first publication that the stem cell may repair the damaged brain, 2005 or 6 maybe. Again, 14 years back, to the world first time, yes, brain can be now repaired using a stem cell. And that's after that the medical school started teaching that brain may be repaired using a stem cell. So then I was thinking, same like blood, if the blood can be generated using stem cell or not, because what are the main problem with the blood transfusion right now? There are 3 main problems with the blood transfusion. Or first, when you have to transfer blood from one person to another person, you have to match like A, B, O. Okay. Then second, you have to have enough blood available every time. And third, whenever you transfuse blood from one human to another human, there are always chances that you may transfer some disease. Even if you scan all those diseases which you know today, but there are maybe some unknown diseases, like COVID was not we were not knowing about COVID, but COVID may be there, okay? So you cannot test for COVID because you don't know there is COVID. Now you know. So because there is always chances that you may transfer some kind of disease. So there are three main problems. First, matching. Second, not enough. And third, transfer of disease. So I thought if I can generate the blood in the laboratory using the stem cell and human blood, then first I can make whatever amount I want to make. Second, if I make universal blood, then I don't need to match. And then third, because it is inside a environment, lab environment, so there's no disease in that. So again, I showed in 2003, 4, 5 that again 14, 15 years back, and it is all published on my name. It is managed by National Institute of Health. I don't maintain my data. It's maintained by National Institute of Health, Government of America. So short to the word, yes, we can generate the blood using stem cell. So several blood related disease may be managed using this particular thing. And we are under the process of making the blood in the bioreactor, because I just did in the laboratory. So I have to make in factory basically. So that I'm trying to do. So important is that is the blood. Then there are a lot of diseases called autoimmune diseases. And when I say autoimmune diseases, so what happened in autoimmune disease, when your own immune system, okay, start thinking that some of your body part is foreign, because your immune system is made of, why your immune system is there? It's a defensive mechanism. If there is something coming from outside, that kills that, okay, attack it. Sometimes your immune system start thinking that a particular body organ is a foreign particle, and that starts attacking on that foreign part, that body part. Like in type 1 diabetes, the immune system start thinking that the pancreas is the foreign body and start killing the pancreas. That's why the kids develop type 1 diabetes, that is juvenile diabetes. Like multiple sclerosis, it's a brain neural disease where your immune system start thinking that your neurons are the foreign particle and start killing those. Arthritis, okay, where your immune system will start thinking that your joint and cartilage has the, okay, and bone. So there are a lot of immune, and there is a Crohn's disease, which is intestinal problem where your colon get attacked by the immune system. So, and if you do not manage it, it becomes the colon cancer. So these are the autoimmune diseases. I gave you a few examples. There are a lot of vasculitis, lupus, there are a lot of diseases, okay? So important is it possible to manage the defective immune system using the stem cell? And if you may manage this, then you may really cover almost most of the metabolic diseases, because at some time point, each and every single disease, metabolic disease particularly, it starts with the inflammation or immune problem. So in 2007, first time I showed that you may manage the Crohn's disease, that is called autoimmune disease, using the stem cells. So, so that's again open a new chapter in the field of stem cell science. So 13 years back, I'm talking. So all these things, that I showed brain can be repaired. I showed blood can be generated. I showed autoimmune diseases may be managed using stem cell. And then seeing all these things, when Prime Minister Modi was the Chief Minister of Gujarat, he was very much concerned about, and still he's very concerned about sickle cell anemia, sickle cell disease, which is very prominent in India. And that is a blood-related genetic disease where the blood cell, that is RBC, red blood cells, genetically defective and forms the sickle cell. Yes, you're right. You know that. So in 2009-10, I think he invited me, that because he was so much devastated with this tribal people and wanted to really help them to come out from the sickle cell. So we talked, and then we signed an agreement with government of Gujarat to open stem cell hospital in Surat, and that is under the process, and that's the world biggest as such stem cell hospital. Okay, of course there are a lot of big hospitals, but dedicated stem cell huge building, there is nothing in the world like that. So we are under the process of making that. We have our own centers at several places in India, like Ahmedabad, the Bangalore I told I'm opening, in Chandigarh we have. So there are a lot of centers we have where that is our own private hospitals. But with the government of Gujarat, and we have with Madhya Pradesh government and all this, there are a lot of governments we are working together to develop the blood-related, particularly the sickle cell disease and blood cancer, using the stem cell and trying to train the young generation of India to stem cell science. So that is what it is related to stem cell science. But the most important thing that recently, when the COVID-19 came, and that really is very interesting actually. So, in February, March, April, it started peaking last year, that COVID-19. There was no treatment, okay? And I told that immune system can be managed using the stem cell. And if you know what exactly COVID does, and I have few videos already on the YouTube about COVID treatment. You may
I'll
see
put
them
it in the
if you
description.
write my.
I'll put it in the description.
Yeah. So I was very much worried what is going on, and if I may do something. As I told again, that I ask very easy question always. Okay. Then I thought, okay, so I knew because of the gene therapy field, I knew how the virology and viruses work, because I was using one of the specific virus to carry the gene in at a specific place. And in fact,
retrovirus.
This and in fact this AstraZeneca vaccine is using the virus to deliver the gene. Okay, and that is another story because in 2005 actually, 2003, 16 years back, I was working, I was trying to, as I told, I was working on gene therapy, and simultaneously I started working on the stem cell science. So I was thinking, is it possible to program a baby like computer? You give the computer programming or antivirus, okay, in the computer. So if any virus is going to attack to computer, that particular program counter that virus. That is where the antivirus work in the computer, okay? So I thought, is it possible to program the baby when baby is developing in the mother womb, and give the specific program through the genes to this baby, so when baby born, it can counter a specific disease. Okay. So in 2005, I published the paper exactly the same way like Pfizer and all the vaccine today, Pfizer and AstraZeneca vaccine is working. I deliver a specific gene to developing baby. And when the baby born, it shows that it is very specific for a specific disease, and it counter that specific disease. And so the programming of the baby, and that was published in topmost journal in 2005, 15 years back. Vaccine, the name of the journal, on my name. So exactly the same technology Pfizer and AstraZeneca and everybody using today uh, to delivering the gene, that is mRNA, okay, to counter this virus. So I just went back actually because this COVID-19 came. So I was thinking that what is first, so I knew what is the virus and how to really manage this. And so I was knowing that how this virus work. It goes in the body, it creates, because it attack and goes inside the cell and start multiplying, kill the cell, come out, attack another cell. Because of this attack, there is a lot of inflammatory goes and a lot of pro-inflammatory cytokines secreted by the body to counter the virus and all this problem. Okay? So basically, person gets the storm of the pro-inflammatory cytokines in the lung or other places. Basically, this virus is specifically attacking the lung. So it's a lot of pro-inflammatory cytokine storm in the lung. And because of that immune reaction, there's reason of fluid and edema in the lung. And then because the fluid and edema, then there is a transport in the oxygen problem. Okay. So acute respiratory distress syndrome, ARDS. So you cannot transfer the oxygen. And if it is severe, then, and it is also injuring the inner side portion of the lung. So there's a lot of problem because of this virus. So important is here that pro-inflammatory cytokines. So if you somehow counter this pro-inflammatory cytokine and neutralize these pro-inflammatory cytokines, then this virus is going to complete its cycle and go away. Okay, the bad effect of virus is not going to happen, basically. Then I thought, okay, there is a stem cell which we regularly use to treat autoimmune diseases. And when autoimmune diseases, I am telling those diseases which have the bad immune system, pro-inflammatory cytokines, basically. So I thought if I inject this stem cell, the person who is infected with COVID-19, and give them, so this stem cell is going in the body and immediately talk to those pro-inflammatory cytokine and start secreting the anti-inflammatory cytokine to counter that pro-inflammatory cytokine. So it will neutralize that cytokine. And second, this particular stem cell has the specific nature or character to secrete another signaling molecule or protein molecule or cytokines, which helps in repair of the damaged portion of the lung or body. So it's going to work at two ways. First, neutralizing the pro-inflammatory cytokine and also enhancing the repair of the damaged lung. So it may basically counter, it is not going to kill the virus, but it is going to significantly reduce the effect of the virus on the human being. So nothing is there available, no vaccine, no. So, and we have to fight it, okay? There is an enemy on your door. You cannot go and search, oh, I have to make a gun, I have to make a this or that. Whatever you have in your hand, you have to fight with that. And that also I don't like. So this is the biggest problem with this so-called intellectuals, which I hate right now to them. As a scientist, you can talk intellectuals hundreds of things, okay? The point is, do you have any solution? If you cannot give the solution, please do not talk. I can criticize, okay, anybody. Oh, he's doing this, he's doing that, he's doing. Enemy is on your door with a tank. And you are telling that, oh, I do not have tank, so I cannot fight. My gun is not going to work. Okay? Anybody can say that. No, you have to think with the cool mind and see whatever, even if you have a stick in your hand, you have to fight. You cannot wait for other intellectuals that they should criticize, oh, he went in front of tank with the stick and he got killed. Yes, you may get killed, okay? But the point is that your intention with the logic, with the scientific logic I'm talking, okay? I'm not talking like a blind person. With the scientific logic, you should counter whatever you have, whatever, to help the people. Your intention is to help the people with the available arms and ammunition. And then keep building whatever you are doing. So same thing I thought immediately. And I thought, okay, we have stem cells, so why not to use this stem cell? And I wrote the US FDA that please allow emergency use for stem cell, and this has a specific character. This can neutralize this, and I really salute US FDA that they approved it in 24 hours.
That never
And
happens, right?
yes, that is the beauty, you know. And anyway, I do not want to go negative to anything, but important is that, and we actually saved several patients who are in the coma even. And it is on the news and everywhere. I can send you the clip of the news. You can add in the video.
Yes, sure, sure, sure.
Okay. Important is now you see. So if you critically, I critically monitoring the. So what people are doing, what topmost scientists or topmost regulatory bodies or bosses who regulates the particular agencies, what are their? They come on the television. They say social distancing, be inside the home, wear the mask. Yes, that is important. Wearing mask is logical. Okay, at least. But if somebody like, I give you an example of Baba Ramdev brought some medicine. Okay, and in few intellectuals started attacking on him. Oh, this is not possible. This is not good, and that. Yes, sure. Then what you are bringing? Tell me. He did something. He did not harm anybody, at least. He did not kill anybody. It developed some immune system. Okay, it developed some immunity in the body. At least he did something.
Sure, that was actually helpful
But
to
you
world to
guys
some
are
extent.
sitting and just trying to show your intellectual complexities. I say it is a brain massage. Okay. Yes, you can criticize Baba Ramdev or XYZ. I'm not talking. Because I just gave an example of Baba Ramdev. It doesn't mean that I am trying to promote him or what. But the point is here that a person is doing something and not harming the people. Important is he's not harming. Okay. If I'm coming to criticize as a scientist, then I must give a solution also. Okay, don't take this. I'm giving you this solution. This is better one. No, you are not. You are telling go in the home, wear the mask. Anybody, even you can say this. For that, you don't need a position. Any student who has little brain and he's studying in any medical school or engineering college, or he has normal IQ 100 or above, he can very well suggest, okay, wear the mask, be social distancing, okay, so you will be away from this virus. So why we need this big agencies? Tell me, I give one example. We have, just think a little bit like this. Suppose we have an army chief, okay? Some foreign country attacks you with big weapon, which you never have seen, suppose. What is your expectation from your army chief? Is telling you that go inside home, sit inside, and I'm also going inside the home. And because he's coming with some kind of weapon, which I never have seen, so let me go in the lab for 2 years, make a new weapon which can counter this weapon. I'll study this weapon and I'll develop a weapon, and then I will fight with it. Or you want your army chief to manage then and there whatever he has to save the country.
The second option.
What do you expect?
The second option.
Okay, that's what you have army chief. Otherwise, you can also do the same thing. But unfortunately, people are not taking these regulatory agencies head as a army chief. Suppose if it is not COVID-19 but a foreign attack, how the people would have reacted?
Terrible.
Telling, okay, it is fine. Oh,
It is
good.
fine.
He's telling,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, it's okay. You do not have that kind of weapon. Let's go in the home, sit down. Okay.
Like it would have been
And
an havoc. It would have been an havoc one day saying that, okay, our government is not doing anything. We would have, obviously, in
yeah,
social
and we
media.
cannot tolerate. Nobody would tolerate such army chief for a one
Yes.
day. But we are tolerating, or everybody is tolerating the head of this institution on the name of, oh, COVID-19. We know. Then why you are there to manage the things which is unusual. Usual things anybody can manage. That's what you have this position. Okay, but anyway, so these are painful situations, and we very statement from the chiefs of the regulatory agencies, or, oh, this is no medicine, vaccine, and if somebody is trying to do something, just attack him on him. Okay, that it is not scientific, it is not good, it is not proven, it is not this, it is not that. Yes, I accept it is not this and that. Show me, give me the solution. If you do not have, just support him, make it better. At least you can do, make it better. Okay, if suppose, Baba, I'm just giving any Ayurvedic medicine is suppose not working good. Yes, you are a big scientist, that's what you have, and big name, that's what you have ability to criticize that particular medicine. So criticize and they say, okay, I'm going to, if you tweak this like this, it can be better. Do that at least. Don't bring a new thing. You are not doing that. So that's what I'm telling. Thinking simple, be positive. Try to add something. If somebody is trying to do something, try to understand that what is he doing. And if you really care about that particular thing, okay, if I'm trying to give you another way of the same thing. Suppose, like any problem, or any medical problem, or any kind of problem it may be. Suppose the students are not getting jobs. I'm just giving an example. And you are a student, you are coming out from the engineering college, and you think that enough jobs are not there for the student. If you think that, there are two things you can do. One, you come out and start criticizing government. Government is nothing but it's your country. Okay? You made the government. In democracy, you start criticizing government that, okay, government is not giving the job, and mobilize the students, okay, that government is not giving job. Yes, you can mobilize people that government is not giving job, and then you can remove the government. Yes, you can do that also, and you should do that. Okay, that is not a problem. But the point is, why you are doing, because you are concerned about that. That's what you are coming on that particular platform and saying that government is not giving job to the new graduates. There are several graduates who does not have job. So you are thinking about that. Okay. So now you are choosing a platform to criticize. It is fine. Then you suggest what to do to get a job. Criticizing means nothing. Okay. And if you have more enthusiasm or thinking that no, this is the way, then mobilize people, remove the government, bring new government or become government, and create the job. Just criticizing is nothing. Okay? Anybody can criticize. I can sit in the home and criticize 24 hours people. I simply say to our mentors, teachers, and young people, you must criticize if something is going wrong according to you. But immediately act on that then. Then you have the value of your words. Otherwise, you are in the crowd of thousands and millions of the people who get frustrated, criticize, and lands nowhere. So do not join something which you cannot afford to join. Okay? If you want to do something, do with full heart. If you want to criticize, then come with a solution and fight for that. And fortunately, we are in the democratic country, so you can always mobilize people and change the government and make a environment or society which you think is appropriate for the human being. So all these so-called big intellectuals who criticize, for anybody who is trying to do good for or serve the human beings, not coming with some solution, I really don't like those kind of people. I want to be positive. I want to come with a solution. And that solution may be right, wrong, okay? If you do something, when your heart is clean, when you think something with truthfully, and you want to help people, if your choice to help the people, if your first choice is not to help yourself, but your first choice to help the people, then nothing can go wrong. And if something will go wrong, people will really take care of you. They will know that you are truthfully trying to help them, and it can go wrong, okay? There's nothing, because and you don't get affected also, because you are certainly truthfully not doing for you. So if something is going wrong, you just feel, oh, I did here wrong. And you will truthfully telling people will understand, people are not stupid also. So that is the point here. So, and this is the way I work. If somebody criticizes, when you're in this science and all these things, which is very extraordinary science and very futuristic science and a lot of hype and all these things, but so you are putting your hand in really the fire. And in each and every single society, there are people or scientists or intellectual. Their job is just to sit and criticize you. There is a new job like bloggers, okay? they do nothing but to keep criticizing and blogging, okay?
I have seen a lot of people who have criticized, let it be something like stem cells being an only solution for any medicine. They have criticized it to an extent where stem cell is nowhere a solution to any of it. Yeah, I've seen that.
Okay, so I'm not talking stem cells only, but I'm telling anything, okay? So I was thinking about one very interesting thing, that is bloggers, okay, who blogs and does not uh, give time for the solution. I always think that if suppose I'm talking to you, and if you have you are doing something, and if I think that, and if I'm doing something, and if I'm not doing correct thing, and I must be open to listen what is your idea, and if I can correct myself, because again I'm telling, my aim, our aim should be to help people. Our aim should not be stem cell. Our aim should not be gene therapy. Our aim should not be a particular medicine. Our first aim is to help people, whether it is stem cell, it is gene therapy, it is aspirin, it is maybe yoga, it may be using anything. Okay. The point is how we may help people. Unfortunately or fortunately, at this time point, I know stem cell. You may be knowing even better. It is possible. So tell me if I am wrong, and tell me what you are doing, which can be combined, or maybe changing some way here or there to make it better for people. That we should be always open, rather than sitting in somewhere on the social media and sitting, oh, this X and X is doing this is not correct. That's all. Your job is over. Okay. So these bloggers, okay, suppose I give you an example. Suppose you are as a electronic engineers develop some kind of equipment, okay, which is suppose a automated car which is not taking anything, just coming on the road and taking environmental energy and running. Some bloggers sit and say, oh, this is yes, but this is not good because it is impacting the economy. It is now people are not using gas, people are not using electricity, so a lot of jobs are going out of the market. And this, he sits and criticize you because you are not, your car is not taking any energy. So certainly I can write like this, okay, because you are hampering other businesses because there's no gas, no electricity, this car is taking environmental, electric and going, okay. I just give a hypothetical situation. A blogger can come and write. Then, and suppose he's a big blogger, like million people follows his blogs, okay, about anything. But he does not write any solution. So now this blogger, why he can blog? Because you made a car. Why? Because your car is so famous. That's what your car came in his eyes, okay? Otherwise, if it is a small something, he's a big blogger, he's not going to listen or see that. So really your invention made an impact on him, so he cannot avoid you. He could not avoid you, and he blogged about you, okay? So now, if your invention is not that significant, he's not going to think about you. He does not have time to blog about you, basically. That itself tells that you are really impacting his brain, okay? Now, when he writes about your particular car invention, people, 100,000 or 200, whatever his followers, are going to read it. Then he is getting the visibility or notice, okay? So basically, he is surviving because of you. And once somebody is surviving because of somebody, in biological science or in scientific way, we say parasite. Okay. So this guy is simply a parasite because his life is dependent on you. If you are not there, he's nowhere. Am I right or not?
Yes, you are absolutely right, because there are people who really give out all the flaws in the technology but never get to know what's the pros of this technology also. They never go on the brighter side of the technology. They always ponder on the darker side. And yeah, sometimes technology will not flourish.
Like computer came, so people
Yeah.
started anything. I'm telling that I don't really against or any criticism. That is very important. Okay. But the point is that if you feel that you are so intelligent criticizing something, then give solution also. Otherwise, you are just a parasite. If suppose you was not doing that, then where he was going to blog? For what? Nothing. He does not have. He does not have anything. He does not have his own light. He is not a sun. He's just like any planet which gives the light when sun is there. Okay. So saying all these things, because you are a young student and you are under for your own future career. So important is that choose your teacher very carefully. Very important.
Yes.
Your mentor, whatever. Like your teacher is everything, basically.
Yeah,
If your teacher is good, you can be the brightest star. If your mentor is not good, you are nowhere, basically. If your
that's
teacher
true,
is
sir.
good,
Yeah.
you know that movie Jurassic Park.
Yes.
Okay, Jurassic Park. Who is the hero actor? A dinosaur. Dinosaur is what? Even not live. It's a toy. Okay, but the director was the Spielberg.
Even
So that
Spielberg.
director made that toy so original that you felt it is original dinosaur. Movie was super hit. Who was the important here? Director. Director is nothing but your teacher, guru. He can make anything sky high, star. Okay. So that is so much important. That's what in our Indian philosophy we always talk about guru. Okay. Guru, you have to choose, and you must be very careful. If you think that your guru is not good, just change it, make new guru. Because he make you like this. You're a star. Simple. Directors are the main, not the actors. And he should be very positive every time with you. Nothing, as I told, nothing is complex. If you know, it is simple. If you don't know, it is complex. So that's all I want to talk. If anything else, you can ask me.
Yeah, I know. You have been working in this field for quite a while now, but I want to ask you this one question. How, on a scale of 1 to 100, or else on 1 to 10, how much is humans' understanding of the potential of the stem cell, and how much is the humans' understanding of their potential of their body to be able to cure by itself? What's your view on this?
Very good question, in fact. Let me tell you. For particular, let's come first on the stem cell science, okay? And then I'll tell about the body and all these things. So, as I told, the stem cell made entire body. Body is nothing but the organs. So each and every single organ is made of stem cell. And now, with the last 20 years of the publication, each and every single time when the time is passing, it's showing that the stem cell basically, theoretically, and most of the time practically also repair several organs. So any metabolic or degenerating diseases where the organ is losing the function may be very well repaired by stem cell, and the science is going in that direction. Second, these stem cells are the most natural thing. It is from the human body. Okay, so and this is very good in fact. So we use a lot of plant products for our survival. In Ayurveda, we use a lot of medicine, Ayurvedic medicine. So we use the plant without any problem. We say, okay, this is Ayurvedic medicine. We don't need to worry. Just take it. Okay. So who is near to human? Plant or human himself? Human himself. Okay. So we take plant product without any problem. So stem cell is coming from the human own body. So stem cell is more near to human than the plants. If you know how to use these cells, it is most Ayurvedic basically. It is the most Ayurvedic science. It is the most natural science. Okay, so that is what is stem cell. So this is going to be basically the future and today medicine also, because as I told, 70% metabolic diseases which does not have any treatment. Any metabolic disease does not have any treatment today, like diabetes. There's no treatment. It's the management. You take every single day the pill of the diabetes, because if you don't take pill, your sugar will go high. Treatment means bacteria. You get bacterial infection. You take antibiotics 7 days. bacteria is gone, you are totally normal, you don't need to take any medicine anymore. So you became same as you was before the infection. That is the treatment. Management is you are doing every single day to manage your body. Like diabetes pills you are taking every single day, cholesterol you are taking pills every single day, okay, hyper you are taking pills every single day, Alzheimer, Parkinson's, every single thing you have to take pills every day to manage your body. It's a management. There is no treatment as such. A stem cell is the only thing it may treat you, because it organ. So the treatment is going to be the stem cell anyway. Now the point is coming, why you now I think you must be clear that using any medicine for the metabolic disease, you are just managing your body. Okay, so you can manage your body using the medicine, or you can manage your body through your lifestyle. You can manage your body through exercise, yoga, and all these things. Okay, so if you are managing your lifestyle with yoga, habit, good, eat, everything, you may not need the medicine, management medicine. Sometimes you may need for few things, but once you start doing very rigorous management of your body and controlling your body through different kind of things, you can start taking medicine, and then slowly you can wipe out the medicine because of your lifestyle and food habit and other things. You don't need medicine, because that is not the treatment. Try to understand, that is the management. You can manage whatever way you like, but if you do not want to do rigorous exercise and management and yoga and all these things natural way, then you take the medicine entire life.
Yeah. No,
So you see?
I just had this one big notation of medicine is a placebo for quite a while now. It's still a placebo. Every drug comes out with the side effects, and everything has
Yeah.
its own side effects
Yeah.
now. But
Yeah.
stem cells saw a lot of failures initially. When it was introduced, of course, it was not having a proper proof whether it can be an actual and impactful technology that it can be. There has been failures that this technology has seen, but I want to ask you on a positive note, how have these failures shaped this technology today, like in terms of process, in terms of mindset of the uh, people who are working in this research and everything? What do you feel about these failures
Okay.
which this technology saw?
So first, let's talk about the word failure. Okay. So we have to first define what is the failure. Okay. When you do not have any treatment for any metabolic disease, suppose diabetes, I'm just giving an example, diabetes. So if somebody is supposed to have suffering with diabetes, means high blood sugar, what he does, he take insulin injection or maybe pills, depending how much glucose is there. Okay. So every day he has to take that. Is it failure or it is success? But
It's
nobody talks, it is failure.
Yeah.
Nobody talks. If you don't take today, suppose I'm taking diabetes pill today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, 1 month, and after that 1 month I stop it. It is failed. Then what is going to happen? Your blood sugar is going to be not coming up, or it is going to be maintained without pill? No. 100% fail. But the mindset of the people is made by the media or the so-called intellectuals. Oh, regulatory agencies. No. This is the only way to go. Then how it is successful? Tell me. Entire your life you have to take insulin. But if you don't take insulin, if you do all the yoga, breathing exercise, food habit maintenance, okay, and you follow the rigorous instruction of a good lifestyle, you don't need anything. That is failure or success? That is
It's
success.
success.
Okay. So And how it is? Because you have already stem cell in your body. When you maintain your lifestyle, your exercise, yoga, food habit, strong restraining your desires, okay, wishes for good food and sugar, then you can manage it. But you need a strong will to do all these things. So stem cell which is available in your body is going to really help you to come out from this situation. So it is totally misconception. The point is that when we are, just think like that, when we are below 25-year-old, if we get any injuries or any disease or something, we get repaired immediately. We don't need too much problem. Okay, why? We don't go for so much medicine and all these things. Why? Because we have a lot of stem cell in our body. We are young, we are below 25, a lot of stem cells. If there is some injury, something is going on, just you manage a little bit with your external environment, if that stem cell goes and work and you are repaired. You don't remember even something happened at the age of 5, 6, 10, 14 years of the age. Okay. But when you are above 45, if something happens, you need a lot of management because there is no stem cell, not enough. So we put stem cell from outside to populate the stem cell, and then you manage your lifestyle, you're fine. So try to understand it is when you say the failure, you are talking the failure. That's what I'm telling, that it's very important to think logically. When I'm talking to you, you are understanding what I'm telling you. Okay, so failure is what? You are taking some natural thing, trying to manage your defect of the malfunction of the body, but you have to manage it. Suppose I give you a car, good car, you and your friend. One person, and you are cleaning your car every week, nicely driving, and your friend, and after 5 years, and your friend never clean, do nothing. After 5 years, I'm coming and asking, okay, show me your car. Whose car will be better? Your car will be better. Your car will be like new car. His car will be like a junk. But both are the same engine, same model, same thing, because he didn't care about it. He did not take good care of his car. It is same body. But now, suppose when I come after 5 years, oh, I see, oh my God, this car is very damaged and this. Okay, give me. I'm going garage, I'm cleaning it, making it like new again. It's new now. I give him again. Okay. Now again he does not really care. What will happen again? But suppose if he start caring, when I give him again and instruct him, okay, you did not care, that's what this happened. Now I'm giving you again new car, cleaning it, making it new, giving it. Now your job is to every week clean this. And if he cleans that every week, taking my word, how it will be now? So that is the stem cell. When I'm giving you stem cell, I'm making your body again back to the years. Now it is your job to maintain it. Otherwise, it will again the same way. So try to understand is metabolic diseases in your body is not a physical entity, it is a biological entity. It works with thousands of the signals. It is not a physics. I give you a very simple example to understand. That's what I'm telling. It's so logical, so simple to understand. Suppose you are in a conference room sitting with your classmates who are studying the same room, same teacher is teaching them everything. And you are in conference room, about 10 students are there like you. Somebody is coming from the door. Okay, and that what the hell you guys are doing here? Okay, and start using some bad words and very annoying kind of sound and all these things. Some of you will be just thinking that is it mad or what? Some of you may be so agitated that you start shouting that stop, otherwise I'll throw you out from the room. Somebody maybe, some of you will stand up, leaving your chair and try to push him out from the room, that how you dare to come and start shouting on me. Okay. So the same person, he did not touch even anybody. He just throwing few words from his mouth and acting. Okay. And same group of the student who are brought him in the same environment, acting so differently, just on a sound signal. Why? They should not act like that. They should act exactly the same way. Is it possible? Tell me.
Never.
That is the biology. When people talk, oh, this medicine is working on him and not, this is so, I don't understand. This is so simple to understand. When you react on a sound wave, which is even not touching you physically, except going through your ears and watching, you are seeing that guy from your eyes. One person is just sitting and laughing and enjoying his act and thinking, is he mad or not? Another is just so angry and trying to push him out from the room. Why it is that? In fact, according to the experiment, everybody must act exactly the same, because they are from the same teacher, same school, same kind of educational background. So when you are putting some live entity inside a live body, stem cell is live, okay? It's like human. You are putting a live entity inside a live body. How you expect that it must act same way for every single person? No, it works on this signal it receives from your body. A person who is very positive, it is going to act positive, much positive. A person who is very negative, first he has to cut, that stem cell has to manage his negativity first, and then will work. Like again, simple example, suppose I give you 10 very depressed student, and you are very positive person, suppose. And I tell, okay, go and live with these 10 students in isolated place and make them positive. After 1 month, you will be depressed, because all 10 is depressed. Okay, you will not that much depressed, but your entire energy you will spend this entire energy to bring them just to normal positivity. But suppose I give you very positive 10 students and tell, okay, just go and train them for a particular thing. After 1 month, you will come out with some very extraordinary new things. Why? Because you are live, interacting with live people. So stem cell is live, interacting with a environment which is live. Now you see, do not confuse. It's like exact like human. It is a cell. Cell is the unit of the life. Same way as human acts, the cell acts. So these regulatory or the scientists, so-called scientists, they don't understand this thing. You cannot treat stem cell as a physical, chemical medicine. It's a live cell. It has all signal what a human has. And that's what you will get, a spectrum of different outcome. but you will not get a negative outcome because these stem cells are very positive. Like I give an example that you are positive. Okay, so depend again. So it's so simple to understand, but again, it's complex for the people who are talking like that.
Yeah, there has been a lot of speculations here and there that it's just a medicine, but you clarified what it is all about. People have that misconceptions even today, that's for sure. And my question is like, IPC cell are directly differentiated. It's just the observation that we are doing. And also when we look at the drug development, stem cells have been used, synthesized with the cells, and they have been experimented out in and out. How effective is that experimenting on a stem cell for discovering a drug? How effective is it?
uh, those are quite effective because uh, that is like mimicking. Because as I told you, it's like cell is the unit of the life. Okay, so you can mimic the life as a stem cell, and then you can use several kind of drug to test how it is going to work on this particular cell. So you get idea and good data that if you use this particular drug in the human being, and that's what the cellular biology is there. Okay, that first you check the not a stem cell, even the cancer cells and all different kind of cells. Scientists culture the cell in the lab and then use the spectrum of the medicine and then select sorry, appropriate medicine so they can further develop that medicine for the human being. Yeah, that's quite effective way to manage or develop a drug or medicine.
Thank you so much for this amazing podcast, sir. I think this is going to be something which is more intuitive because you gave a new dimension for how to study this regenerative medicine or else stem cell technology altogether. Thank you so much, sir.
Wonderful meeting with you, Vishwas, and let me know. Maybe we can do another next month.
Sure, sir. Sure. I
And
will.
next month means April.
April. Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Last week of March or April first week.